What unexpected bonds have you formed through your job? I was working as a grocery delivery driver with some of my colleagues when we got a regular customer, an elderly man in his 80s who ordered groceries from us every week. We'd often get invited in for coffee and he'd tell us stories about his life. Despite all the poop he's been through, he still had a great sense of humor about it all. But then last year, his wife passed away and left him feeling lonely as fuck. Over the past few months, we've become friends with him, providing companionship and support when needed. Recently, I got a call saying that our elderly customer had chest pains and was taken to the hospital. Worried about him living alone, I decided to go check on his house to make sure everything was alright. When I arrived at his place, his neighbor greeted me at the door and told me that our customer had collapsed in the kitchen due to having a seizure and that his heart stopped momentarily, leaving him confused AF about what happened. The paramedics were still there, so they filled me in on what went down before transferring him to the hospital for tests. After hours of examination, it turned out that it wasn't life-threatening. Instead, it was stress-related from being so damn lonely since losing his wifey last year. He asked us not to tell anyone about this because he didn't want anyone feeling sorry for him, which is understandable but also kinda sad at the same time. Anyway, I loaded up all of our customers' groceries into my car with help from their neighbor before driving them over while he recovered in hospital, just like usual. When I arrived back at their place, we chatted for a while until they asked if everything was okay back home, so I proceeded to recount all the events surrounding their groceries both today and yesterday, when we couldn't come inside due to an urgent request from another customer. We apologized profusely, but they reassured us not worry about it and said they wanted us back tomorrow like normal so we could continue talking space travel or whatever else interesting stuff is happening in our lives. Apparently things were pretty boring round there without any unexpected visits from customers, so yeah, after sharing a laugh about how wild this whole thing has been, we looked forward reconnecting tomorrow like nothing ever happened.